Have you ever seen someone spend nearly $1 million building a house only to move in for 3 months and look at that house the same way? People look at their summer electric bill in Arizona, all because they chose the wrong direction. Yes, one decision that seems harmless can turn a home that should feel peaceful, like a Sunday morning, into stressful, like an HOA meeting at 7 a.m. Hello, I'm David Feng Shui. I'm 70 years old with over 30 years of experience in modern Feng Shui. No superstition, just psychology, energy, and real-life alignment. I've helped thousands of people regain balance, money flow, luck, and happiness in their lives. And if you're ready to refresh your energy, welcome. You're in the right place. And today I'm going to tell you why your home's direction matters even more than whether your neighbor owns 3 dogs or not. Before we jump in, hit that subscribe button so you never miss any Feng Shui, psychology, energy secrets that help you feel less exhausted in this bill-filled American life. And drop a comment with your energy affirmation today. I open the door in the right direction, and I open the path to a brighter future. 2026 isn't a magical year, and it's not the year you need crystals, burning sage, and performing breathing exercises at your front door just to find the right energy. But 2026 is a year where sunlight, temperature, weather, and American lifestyle habits shift dramatically. And that is what directly impacts the feng shui of daily living. After the pandemic, more people work from home, stay up late, stress more, and consume caffeine. Like Starbucks is subsidized by Medicare. This makes your home's direction, the place where light enters, where wind flows, where you place your desk, an even bigger influence on your mood every single day. A wrong direction in 2026 can make you feel like every day is Monday, even when the calendar says Friday. A home's direction is really a lifestyle filter. Sunlight influences hormones, airflow influences emotions, and openness influences focus. When those 3 misalign, you live in a home that feels like you're constantly fighting yourself. 2026 simply makes everything clearer. Right direction, lighter life. Wrong direction, right exhaustion without explanation. And now I'm about to reveal the 5 golden rules you must know. Golden Rule 1. Follow the light like it's your morning coffee. If you want to know whether a home's direction is right for you, look at the morning light. It tells the truth faster than gossip in an HOA group chat. Morning light is nature's dopamine starter pack. It wakes your nervous system, lifts your mood, resets your internal clock, and saves you from needing 3 cups of cold brew just to survive a 9 a.m. meeting. In other words, sunlight is feng shui that science also approves. A home that receives soft morning light feels like listening to a cute lo-fi playlist right after waking up. But a home with no morning light, it gives off the same vibe as a Costco parking lot at 11 p.m. Dark, draining, and making you wonder, why am I even here? In 2026, morning light matters even more because extreme weather, inconsistent sunny days, and work-from-home lifestyles make you interact with your environment in a more selective way. Choose the wrong direction and you'll live in seasonal depression but year-round mode. Remember, light doesn't just hit your house, it hits your brain. If you open your door in the morning and a soft glow enters the room, carried by a gentle breeze, you'll feel like the best version of yourself. But if you open the door and get blasted by harsh afternoon rays, the kind that feel like August in Texas, your home becomes hot, tight, edgy, and your energy feels fried. Americans love big windows. But big windows facing west, congrats, you just built a spiritual oven. Afternoon light is hot, sharp, and overwhelming. It creates an overheated vibe that messes with sleep and builds long-term stress. In contrast, east or southeast facing homes receive soft lights, stay cooler, breathe better, and naturally guide your body into balance. Here's a small but powerful trick. In the morning, stand in front of the lot or doorway of the home. You want to open your phone camera, no need to take a photo, and let the light reflect on your face. Your skin will tell you whether to stay or run. If your skin looks gently bright without glare, that's friendly energy flow. If the light hits your eyes so hard you squint like you just received a surprise, HOA fine. That direction isn't for you. The right light brings natural alertness, better focus, stable sleep, and a calmer mind. That's no BS feng shui, based on behavior and science. Is a home's direction good or bad in 2026? Just ask the morning light. it doesn't lie. Golden Rule 2. The back support rule. Your home needs a strong back too. If you've ever worked at a Starbucks on one of those chairs with no back support, you already understand this Feng Shui principle without needing any compass. At first you think this is fine, then 10 minutes later, you shift, 20 minutes later you twist around like a yoga performer, and by minute 45, you're questioning your entire existence. Homes are the same. When the back of the house has no support, your energy stays in a subtle, long-term emotional instability. In modern Feng Shui, back support doesn't have to be majestic mountains. It can be a row of trees, a solid wall, a tall fence, or even a line of homes behind you that create a sense of protection. Americans living in cul-de-sacs, hill communities, or neighborhoods with slight slopes often get the benefit of this principle without realizing it. But homes with completely open backs, facing empty fields, highways, or huge open voids, tend to give off the vibe of sleeping without a blanket, not dangerous, but constantly uneasy. Psychology calls this background safety. Humans feel safer when something supports them from behind. This directly influences the part of the brain responsible for stress and survival responses. A home with no back makes you more sensitive, more fatigued, and less able to focus deeply. You live in the home, but your mind always runs at a 1% alert, too small to explain, but big enough to weigh on you. Picture opening your back door and seeing a steep drop or a huge empty space that pulls energy away. It feels like trying to work while someone stands silently behind you. No one likes that feeling. Your brain doesn't either. Homes with slightly higher terrain behind them, like gentle hills, tall trees, or large homes that block wind, create a grounded feeling, steady, anchored, supported. You sleep better, you work with more focus, and you're less bothered by small anxieties. That's Feng Shui through psychology. Strong backing, Eki, strong mind. If your home already has good back support, congratulations. You've unlocked the Feng Shui equivalent of a premium subscription. If not, you don't need a $50,000 contractor to build a fortress. Just add fencing, tall plants, a pergola, or intentional landscaping to create height behind you. These elements keep energy from leaking out the back and help you feel protected inside your own space. Homes are like people. You move forward better when you have a strong back behind you. In 2026, even the most perfectly oriented home won't reach its full potential without back support. But once you fix that one piece, the energy of the entire space begins to gather, settle, and lift you up day by day. Golden Rule 3. The wind and flow principle. When the wind moves right, your life moves lighter. Wind is the kind of Feng Shui anyone can feel. Even if you don't know north, south, east, west, or you only use a compass when hiking in Colorado and still get lost, wind isn't mystical, it's energy flow. The thing that affects your emotions, your sleep, and your ability to focus. If sunlight is dopamine, then wind is emotional ventilation, the pathway your body uses to actually breathe. A home blasted with wind straight into the front door feels like logging into a Zoom meeting at 8 a.m. and your boss immediately asking, "Are you ready to present?" It pushes your body, pressures your mood, and gives the whole home a tense atmosphere. In contrast, when wind gently curves into your home, like the soft breeze that drifts across your patio at 7 a.m., it relaxes your mind, softens your body, and lets your home's energy move like a Sunday vibes playlist. In 2026, stronger seasonal winds and climate shifts make airflow more important than ever. A house where wind cuts straight from the front door, out the back isn't well ventilated. That's called piercing flow. A type of energy that scatters your focus, makes it hard to save money, and prevents emotional stability. It's like opening your front and back doors and inviting all your good vibes to walk right out. Here's a very David Feng Shui tip. Visit the property at 7 a.m. or 5 p.m., the two clearest natural airflow times in the US. Stand at the entrance, close your eyes, and feel. If wind hits your face so hard your hair flies like you're in a K-drama, bad sign. If the wind glides gently from the sides or curves softly into the space, that's harmonious flow. A real case of a family in San Jose moved into a home that looked as perfect as an Apple commercial, but every night they slept poorly. Their daughter struggled with insomnia. The couple felt ongoing stress, and the husband, who worked in tech, said his code felt like it was glitching non-stop. When I visited, the wind shot straight from the front gate through the house and out the backyard. Beautiful home, but the energy never stayed. We made one change, adjusted the door angle and planted bamboo as a wind buffer. 3 months later, sleep improved, moods lifted, and work ran smoother. Wind in the right direction helps your home breathe, helps you breathe, and helps energy settle instead of escaping. In modern Feng Shui, that's not magic, that's environmental psychology. Right environment, right body, right emotions. A good home in 2026 doesn't need textbook perfect cardinal directions. It needs soft, even non-aggressive airflow. If you can walk in and feel, I can breathe here, that's the best Feng Shui there is. Golden Rule 4. Terrain logic. Higher back, lower front. The land shape that defines your life energy. If you've ever parked on one of those ridiculous slopes in San Francisco and had to pull the handbrake like you were doing CrossFit, you already understand why terrain matters. Terrain in Feng Shui isn't mystical. It's about the sense of safety your brain automatically activates. A home with a higher back and an open front is the premium stability version of a living environment. Imagine your house as a person meditating. The back must be solid, like a spine supported by a cushion, and the front must be open so it can breathe. But many American homes are built back sliding down, front blocked, giving you the vibe of running late for work every morning while you haven't even had your coffee. In 2026, with stronger weather swings and Americans spending more time at home, terrain influences mood more than ever. A home with a higher back, even just 1 to 2 feet higher, gives your mind a built-in sense of protection. A row of taller houses, a gentle slope, or even a stretch of trees behind you helps the brain relax. That's why neighborhoods with high back elevation make people sleep better, even if they don't know the reason. On the other hand, a low back lot, where the land behind is lower than the front, creates a subtle feeling of emptiness, like energy sliding out of the space. You walk into the home and feel like something's missing. Not dangerous, just perpetually unstable. Psychology calls this exposure imbalance, an invisible discomfort that reduces focus, increases mental fatigue, and makes you feel like you constantly need to do something to feel settled. And the front, ideally, it should be open, bright, and spacious, an invitation towards the future. But if the front is blocked by a tall wall, a thick fence, or a neighbor's 30-foot RV parked there all 12 months of the year, you'll feel boxed in, constricted, unable to move forward energetically. One of the worst terrains in the US is the squeezed corridor, a house trapped between 2 taller homes on both sides. It's like squeezing your sedan between 2 giant SUVs in a parking lot. When the space is crushed, the energy is crushed. These homes often lack airflow, lack light, and lack the mental openness that lets you breathe. The good news: terrain can be adjusted. You don't need a bulldozer to reshape the hill behind your house. Just raise the landscaping slightly at the back. Plant taller trees to create a fake mountain. Open the front yard visually with a pathway or wider line of sight. Or use lighting plus mirrors to expand the front's openness. Energy doesn't require perfection, just a home that isn't sitting crooked. When the back sits higher than the front, energy gathers, your psychology stabilizes, and life runs smoother in a completely natural way. Correct terrain. Correct foundation. Golden Rule 5. Nature never lies. Sometimes you don't need a Feng Shui master, a compass, or a direction measuring app that hits you with ads every 8 seconds. You just need a tree. Nature always tells the truth, and it tells it patiently, unlike your neighbor who only tells the truth when no one is live streaming. If there's a large old tree near the home you want to buy, that's your real living energy detector. A healthy tree with wide branches leaning toward a direction shows where the softer, more balanced energy flows. Often the best place to position a front door or living space. A tree will never grow toward harsh winds, scorched light, or weak soil. It chooses a healthier direction than your organic grocery choices at Whole Foods. In 2026, with unstable environmental conditions, reading nature becomes even more accurate. A piece of land where trees grow weak, turn yellow, or only thrive on one edge is a sign of imbalanced energy flow. But where trees lean root deeply and spread their canopy widely, That's the place where energy stays. Homes oriented toward that area always feel warmer, more breathable. And not just trees. Birds and small animals are the cutest Feng Shui experts you'll ever meet. If small birds like sparrows, robins, or finches frequently fly in, nest or rest around the area, that's a sign of stable energy, calm but not stagnant. If you mostly see crows, nighttime raccoons going wild, or animals bolting unpredictably, that's a red flag for environmental disturbance and unbalanced energy fields. Here's a very American, very practical tip. Stand in front of the home you're considering at 5 p.m. Observe the tree shadows and the movement of the breeze. If your body relaxes in just a few seconds, that's your place. If you stand there feeling like you're waiting in line at the DMV, turn around. Feng Shui is really the art of reading the environment. Nature always leaves clues. You just need awareness. Where trees lean, energy leans. Where birds land, safety exists. Where wind curves or pierces, your emotional pattern follows. Where soil holds moisture or stays hard, determines how well energy stays. You don't need mystical belief, you only need eyes. And a calm moment to observe. Nature never lies, and if you listen to it, you'll choose a home direction that makes life feel as light as a cool morning in Santa Barbara. The lightweight disasters most people make when choosing a home direction. People can be brilliant at work, yet somehow choose their home direction as if they were advised by the neighbor's cat. Here are the classic mistakes that leave you living in a gorgeous home that still exhausts you, the way paying taxes in California does. Mistake 1. Trusting the realtor 100%. Realtors can be wonderful, but their job is to sell the house, not heal your energy. And when they say this house has great natural lights, sometimes they're talking about the exact 30 minutes at noon when the sun hits that glossy white countertop. Morning noir movie, dark afternoon. Nevada desert blasting through the windows. Mistake 2. Choosing the direction because of a pretty view, lake view. Lovely. But if that view sits west, congratulations. You just bought the combo beautiful view plus free sauna. Every afternoon your house heats up, your mood gets sharp, and you'll spend summer Googling, why is my AC bill higher than my self-esteem? Mistake 3. Loving privacy too much. Americans adore privacy, but too much privacy. Walls too tall, trees too dense, neighbors building zombie-proof fences, accidentally blocks light and airflow. You end up living in a mini bunker, and your brain thinks you're being held hostage. Mistake 4. Ignoring the surrounding energy. Some people buy houses across from a gas station because it's convenient for fuel. But you know what's even more convenient? A deep night's sleep. Gas stations glow 247, cars come and go. Energy churns non-stop. Lights flash like Vegas. Homes facing gas stations rarely hold mental calmness, no matter how many expensive essential oils you buy from Whole Foods. Mistake 5. Following generic advice. Houses facing south are always good. True by 50%. It's like saying yoga is good for everyone. Yes, unless you're wearing jeans. A direction is only good if it matches terrain, wind, shadow, climate, and your family's lifestyle. And the biggest mistake of all, not standing there and feeling it yourself. You can read hundreds of articles, watch dozens of videos, and use 3 compass apps, and still choose the wrong direction if you don't stand in front of the house and let your body react. Modern Feng Shui psychology teaches one thing. Your body knows before you know. If you stand at the door and feel I can breathe here, that's right. If something feels off, don't convince yourself you're being too sensitive. No, you're reading the signal correctly. Choosing the wrong direction won't ruin your life, but it adds a hidden 5 to 10% of daily heaviness you can't explain. And over time, that 5 to 10% is what wears people out more than they ever realize. Choosing your home direction in 2026, using lifestyle logic, not internet myths. 2026 doesn't require you to run around your house with a compass like you're hunting Pokemon. What you actually need is this truth. Your home's direction must match your lifestyle, not the copy-paste predictions floating around the internet. The right direction isn't just about better energy flow. It makes your life run smoother, like an electric car rolling downhill. If you work in tech, meaning you spend 80% of your time staring at a screen and 20% being irritated by bugs, You need soft morning light, gentle wind, and focus-friendly space. East or southeast is your soulmate. The soft light sends dopamine flowing smoothly and makes you less likely to want to quit your job. If you've got a family schedule like a military operation, kids, errands, cooking, work from home, cleaning, repeat, you need a warm, steady, emotionally stable direction. South or southeast tends to create a cozy connection vibe, reducing tension and boosting family harmony. If you're retired or living the slow life, morning yoga, afternoon picnics, bird watching, contemplating the universe, you need stable airflow and gentle light all day. North or northeast with good terrain offers calm, cool, mental clarity, not too bright, not too hot, just a subtle softness. Younger folks often overlook it if you're in business, real estate, or sales. Constant interaction and communication. You need an open, bright, outward-facing direction that helps you step out, not feel compressed. South or southwest with soft airflow can boost confidence and communication. People keep asking me, David, which direction makes you rich? There is no richest direction. There's only the direction that matches your rhythm of life. Modern Feng Shui doesn't change destiny. It adjusts your environment so you function at your highest potential. A direction that fits you will lower your baseline stress, improve deep sleep, increase focus, reduce family conflict, and make you feel like I'm living in the right place. In 2026, there's no holy direction. There's only the direction where light, plus wind, plus terrain, plus your lifestyle align. When those four match, your life upgrades as smoothly as a Tesla on autopilot. Remember, the right direction doesn't bring luck. It gives you the clarity and energy to create your own luck. The 10-step home direction test checklist before choosing a house in 2026. Don't pick a home direction based on faith and Zillow photos. You need to test it like a smart American, someone who understands that Feng Shui is psychology plus environment plus a lifestyle. Here's the checklist, and 90% of people say, David, why didn't anyone teach me this sooner? Step 1, visit the home at 7 a.m. This is the truest light of the day. If it's soft, good. If it looks like prehistoric darkness, reconsider. Step 2, go back at 5 p.m. Afternoon light reveals if the home gets hot, stuffy, or tense. Harsh afternoon sun. Harsh afternoon mood. Step 3, stand at the front door and take one breath. If your body loosens even a little, good flow. If you feel tight or uneasy, note it. Step 4, observe the wind. Wind that hits straight on. No wind that curves gently. Yes, chaotic swirling wind, check airflow carefully. Step 5, look at the shadows of the home and nearby trees. Deep shadows, not enough light. Shadows too short, scorching light. You want balance. Step 6, check sound levels. Feng Shui cannot function if you live next to a gas station that glows 247. Your ears are energy sensors too. Step 7, think about your lifestyle. Work from home. Need morning light. Sleep late. Avoid direct east. Step 8, test the house on a weekend. This is the real vibe test. Is it noisy? Does the wind shift? Any neighbor chaos? Step 9, observe trees and small animals. If trees lean toward a direction, that's where energy gathers. If one side has dying plants, avoid that zone. Step 10, listen to your body. You don't need a compass or an app. If you stand there and feel, I can live here, that's the truest sign. Feng Shui isn't complicated. It just asks you to slow down enough to see, feel, and choose wisely. The right home direction can make every morning feel lighter, and that's worth more than any pricey decor you can buy at HomeGoods. If you made it all the way here, let me say this slowly. You're taking care of yourself on a level most people never reach. Choosing a home direction isn't about getting rich, avoiding bad luck, or flexing to your neighbor Steve that you know more Feng Shui than he does. Even though that's usually true, choosing a direction is choosing the emotional foundation, energetic stability, and spiritual future of your life. A home with the right direction helps you breathe easier, sleep deeper, focus better, and love the people inside your home with a softer heart. It becomes the background support system of your entire life. People won't see it clearly, but you will feel it every day in the tiny moments that quietly define your quality of living. A wrong direction won't ruin your life. It just makes each day 2 to 5% heavier without you realizing it. But the right direction does the opposite. It boosts your mental strength by 2 to 5%, makes you brighter, calmer, and more stable in a subtle but incredibly real way. And when you live in the right environment, you don't have to force anything. You don't have to force yourself to be happy. Don't have to force calm. Don't have to force focus. Everything naturally falls into rhythm. That's modern Feng Shui. Not changing destiny, but lifting the weight off your mind so you have the space to create your own destiny. If these insights helped you, hit the subscribe button because I have so much more to share. Little things that, when applied, make your life smoother, lighter, and brighter every single day. And leave a comment with today's new energy affirmation, opening the door to a lighter chapter in 2026. I choose the right direction and life chooses to open up for me. See you in the next videos, where we build not just a beautiful home, but a life with a solid, peaceful foundation from the inside out.